Hi, I'm Choi, the developer and creator of the rhythm game Rotaeno. The Rotaeno project actually started way back at the beginning of 2016 when I was still a high school student. So at the time, I was playing a lot of mobile rhythm games. So it naturally felt right for me to try and create a rhythm game of my own. I came up with the idea to incorporate motion control in a mobile rhythm game. It was something that hasn't been attempted before, and I wanted to create a unique experience for my fellow rhythm gamers. After several more rounds of prototyping, I finally settled on Circular Judgment Circle as the base of the game. Prior iterations featured slow gameplay, but once we discovered our signature rotate note, that's when the game Rotaeno really becomes Rotaeno. As a broke student who hasn't published any game before, it was quite hard to make connections and find anyone to collaborate with. At the time, I had another pet project, an online game for Hong Kong students to literally compete against each other for exam. The whole thing is just so out of the left field that a news outlet interviewed me on it. And this interview led me to our current art director Kay, who so happened to work in various rhythm game titles and reached out to me. It then snowballed into our current team filled with industry titans like Hyun as our sound director. Looking back on it, it was a miracle that Rotaeno came to be. So I'm not going to lie, I did not think of a story for Rotaeno until after we have nailed the gameplay element first. First, the gameplay almost resembles driving, and notes flying by are like stars flying by. And that's when we decided the space theme, with our heroine spaceship aptly named Rotaeno. Looking back at the time when we started to consider the lore of Rotaeno, for some reasons most of the songs we have back then were quite somber or post-apocalyptic. The story itself is a coming-of-age story about how Ella changes as she travels to new planets and gains new perspective through meeting new people and experiencing different cultures. I guess you could say that too is almost a parallel to my story of how I grew during the development of Rotaeno. Rotaeno is a project that we have been working on for a really long time. It has been 7 years since we started the project, and it still feels super surreal that the game is finally out. And even more surreal that a lot of you are playing the game and having fun with it. It means a lot to us. I just want to say a huge thank you to all of you for playing the game, and let's make the best rhythm game possible together.